pulled these off of 2 branches on one of our cottonwoods. Not sure what they grow into, what kind of butterfly. And they got hair on them, so I'm not sure what their full status is, but I have a pretty good idea of what I should do with them. Oh yeah. Who here likes caterpillars? All right, here we go. Well, looks like the girls are having none of it. Yeah, they'd know. All right, in the last couple of weeks, I've changed feed. I went from using something I bought from a mill up in Virginia to something I'm buying from Tractor Supply. Both organic feeds, different sets of ingredients. One's a pellet, and one was just, grains that were ground up in the mill. This is the one that we're getting now from Tractor Supply. This is the one we got from the mill. I read some things that said there were differences over time, so I wanted to crack them open and see if they're going to be the same. This egg is the one we were doing with the original grains, and let's see what we get. Okay, pretty much as expected. Now this is the one we're doing with the stuff at Tractor Supply now. We just want to see if there's a difference in the coloration of the yolk or anything else, because that's what some folks had written online. Well, tell you what, it's twins. So, yeah, we're not really seeing a difference there. I think we're okay, Both yolks look same size, same coloration. Everything else, I think we're good. One thing that's been going on here is we've had a lot of rain. This time of year, it's like 2 times a year in Florida, you get to the point that you have thunderstorms almost every day. Afternoon, late afternoon. They can be pretty intense and they can dump a lot of water. Well, that's what we've been having. And so today, I did not move the chickens like I normally would on this day. I move them once a week. And that's just because the ground is just so saturated. It's soaking wet. And it just didn't feel like a good idea to do. I wouldn't want to walk around in it. And so I didn't move them to the next spot that they were supposed to go to. I mean, like this, it looks good. I've had the chickens here a couple of times, which explains why it looks so gorgeous on the surface. But underneath, when you walk, I don't think you can hear it. It's a gushy sound. Actually, it's better than it was. It's just this one side. Yeah, that's really. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the mower and I'm going to cut it and just see how the mower does and if it's really sinking in. I may not put them over here. I may move them somewhere else. Let me give that a try first, see what happens. Okay, well, I cut a perimeter around it. And I guess it's not as bad as I'm thinking it is. So, dragonflies like it. They came rushing over as soon as I cut it. There were like 30 of them right in front of me a minute ago. Yeah, I think I'll do it. I'll move the birds over here. One of the considerations I have is shade. It's one of the important things, especially here in the summertime or in actually just any hot time of year. And so I try to make sure that their pen, the area where they're at, has a tree or some other, a tree or a big bush or something to provide some shade during the day. And one of the things I do is I'll watch as the season passes where the shadow falls. And that dictates a little bit about where I'm going to put my fence line. I think this area underneath the tree, it doesn't get as much sun, so it's a little more wet than other places. But I think I'm just going to accept the risk on that. Accept the risk. I just said that. That just happened. Sorry. So what I'm gonna do in order to get the maximum amount of this shade available for the birds is I'll start up where the fence line is and I'll come this way. And then as I get up to the point where, I don't know if you can see, but like this is how I drive onto the property here. And I'll just cut it at 45 and come over here, bring it in around the tree, take it out to about here, and then run down that way so that I'm the outside of this tree, go around it, go down to that corner, and then back up again. And I think that gives me the maximum amount of shade and just really good space. I left the grass a little bit long in the interior so that the birds have something to kick through and, you know, dislodge all of the bugs and other insects that like to get into the tall grass. Well, my road patch is sort of holding, except for this section right up here. Got a real gully washer. When it rains hard, the rain comes right off the main road and just carves it out. So we lost a lot of dirt that way. It's pretty rough. Area back there is not too bad, but this area you can see this is one of the places that's going to wash out. All this area in here is just not keeping really well. I don't know if driving over it more is better to like really pack it down, but it obviously didn't get enough of a good set before we got our first set of rains. So we're losing a fair amount of the sand or dirt off the side. So yeah, it gets going here. So we've lost a fair amount. And I don't know when you're supposed to come back and blade it, like how long it needs to set. I don't know. Just keep doing our best to see if we can't make the road as smooth and passable as possible. Doesn't bother the mule, but he get bounced around pretty good in the car. Well, that's about it for now. Not much going on the last couple of days. It's been hot and it's been raining a lot. So I haven't spent too much time. I haven't spent too much time outdoors doing stuff. And so I think we're just gonna call it there. So, yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.